Hello and welcome. Today we're going to work on the Shimano XT M737. I've got a few projects that are going on at the moment and they're taking a lot longer, so I decided to update this video, which I'd previously done, but I feel like I could do a much better quality version. So this is the mid-caged size version of the derailleur. There was also the longer one that had 8-speed imprinted on it. The shorter cage version was much more delightful to look at. In fact, I've got the XT M739 right next to me. So both of them had these two cages. One of the main differences, though, between the derailleurs was that this one had a kind of a ring right here, and this one's got a kind of like a stamped plate, a little bit larger. But I think the main difference is right here. The top knuckle is much shorter on the XT M737. So we're going to dismantle this and clean it and put it back together again. I just noticed here that the barrel has become grey. I don't know if that's normal or if that's occurred due to some kind of contemporary sun. Sun probably did this. So the plastic's gone old, so I'm going to replace that and put a black one back on. Let's begin undoing it. Let's begin by removing the small bolt right here. You're going to need a number 2 Allen key wrench. Insert that and undo it. Another interesting fact, I think I already mentioned this on the XT RM900 video, the internal cage plate, so this one right here is the same as the XTR one, so if you ever needed one you can actually grab one for one of these derailleurs. We can now pop that up and we can remove. So inside there's a spring, a rather shabby looking seal. Now that we've taken off the cage, we can have bare access to these bolts for the jockey wheels. So this will be a number 3 Allen key wrench. Oh, well, now I understand why the jockey wheels were so stiff. Lots of it's like hair. Right here we've got this clip, so we're going to need to twist that around towards the opening there. There you go. You're going to need something flat to get behind the clip. And either this just flicks up, or you're going to need to somewhat lift it up. So I don't know, again, just use something flat. Be careful with your fingers, this might suddenly fly off. Just lifting it up slowly. There you go. We can open that up. So you've got the spring, short tip facing upwards. We've got a seal, it's very dry inside here. The cage plate, let's see if this is hard to get off. No, it's not too hard. And the bolt. Let's take off this barrel adjuster. And we can now remove these limit screws. This derailleur's got the particular advantage of having a spring that's rather easy to at least unhook, but you'll need a hooking tool, something to kind of catch it, latch it so it goes over. You'll see right there it's holding onto this kind of circular pin. There's so much dirt inside it, I can't seem to reach it, but I think I've got it now. There you go. It's come off. And now that will be detention. This derailleur is really stuck. It really needs to be cleaned. It's so stiff. Remove this screw. Okay, I'm going to chuck this underneath some soapy water, maybe a little bit of degreaser, and that's done. Right, that's all cleaned up. I just looked at the time. I've realized I've got 15 minutes to film the rest of this video, so I'm going to have to hurry up. Let's begin by working on the cage. I recommend anything lithium-based grease. I'm going to finish off my Shimano premium grease as I'm using Motor X 2000 these days. Let's begin greasing the parts, and we're also going to set up the jockey wheels. You want grease on any of the parts where there's friction. I forgot to mention that here there's a seal. I've actually removed mine now to clean it a little bit. So grab the cage. On the top you're going to have the guide pulley. It should be marked on the top. This one here says right there, G pulley. So this is the ceramic. Ceramic jockey wheel. I didn't have the time to clean the seals of the jockey wheels, unfortunately, but I did remove some of the dirt, so I think it'll be okay now. Take the bolt. Grab the other jockey wheel cage, the inner one. Is that number 3? Yes, it is. Not too tight straight away. We're going to need to put the other one as well. Yeah, it's fine. Next, grab the derailleur. We're going to work on this top knuckle first. So here there was a seal, just a tiny bit of grease, and put that seal back on. Let's insert the bolt, hanger bolt, goes through. Then we've got this spring. Now there's the shorter tip that's going towards the top, and then the other end will go into the hole at the back. So engage that. In fact, you can put a tiny bit of grease in there as well, I'd say. Let's put that now. That should do. Okay, once that's engaged, take the seal for this one. Take the seal and put it onto this plate right here, and that tip of that spring is going to go into the hole right there of that this plate. Okay, once that's engaged, we're going to twist this round here and put it back in front of that stopper. Get the clip and a plier ready. You're going to need a number 2 or number 2.5 Allen key wrench. We're going to stick that through there, and we're going to use this as leverage. So now I'm going to be able to turn that, and once it gets towards that stopper there, you can then push down in front. There you go. Remove the Allen key. Holding this still, put the clip underneath there, wedge it under. Grab a plier. You can now pry it down, and you can even twist it back towards where it needs to go. There you go. Here we've got the that little annoying screw. That'll do for now. You can keep screwing down if you need, or adjust it once you've installed it on a derailleur. Let's hook back that spring now. So you're going to need to close this as close as possible, and we're going to be able to latch it back over. There you go, and it's on. Springy. Okay, here we got another spring. Put a bit of, or the last spring, put a bit of grease on there before we install it. That should go in. So on one side of that spring, the diameter is slightly smaller. That's facing towards us. The larger part is going down into here. So again, there's a hole at the back of that knuckle. You'll want that engaged, the spring engaged into it. Done. I managed to find another seal. This one looks a little bit in better condition than the last one. Let's install that back on. Okay, that's good. The other tip of that spring is going to go into one of these two holes. So I believe on the left is more tension, or on the right will be less tension. I'm going to put it onto the more tension side. So we're going to push this through and engage the spring. Once that's engaged, we're going to, if we're in this position, we're going to go anti-clockwise, and essentially what we want to do is not push down completely, but you want that stopper there to go in front, and then you can push down and you'll see there's tension and it's stopping. Now make sure that's pushed down all the way down as much as you can, because we've still got a little screw there that's holding everything. So let's insert that. Grab your number 2 Allen key wrench, and we're going to start to screw down. Okay, make sure that's nice and tight. There. Looks like on time wise we're on target. I've got 10 minutes. I've done that in 10 minutes. Let's put these limit screws. Again, careful not to cross thread. And finally, the barrel adjuster. Nickel. Job done. I think this may go on my Kona project that I'm working on now, the Kona Cinder Cone. I'll post up a video sometime shortly. So thank you for listening. I hope this helped you service your XT M737 rear derailleur. Until next time, thank you for listening. Peace out.